Video clip, where is it?
Oh,
Ah, found it.
hello and welcome to Lakers Live pregame show presented by the Ultimate Sports Show. I'm Aaron and I'm joined by my crew, Manny, Medina. How are you guys doing? Happy Friday. It's Friday. It's Friday. That means Laker basketball is today. Manny, how's it going, man?
It's all good. I'm back, baby. I'm excited. I couldn't be here the last game because my Wi-Fi was pretty bad, but we're back in it. Let's go.
We back. So before we get into the game, obviously something we have to mention as well. Great news out of the Lakers organization today, which means the council and the city of LA is excited to announce that Laker fans will be able to attend at Staples Center for the first time all year. Lakers and the Celtics will be the first game with fans in the stands at Staples Center. It's just something about that game right there is just going to add more enjoyment, guys. What was your reaction to it? I know I'm for sure pumped for the Celtics and that whole organization to see the Lakers get to raise the banner finally. I think that just adds a little bit more spice.
Especially that it's been over a year that we've had fans. The last game we had fans was that crushing loss against the Nets last year before the shutdown. And the fact that it's against the Celtics, that's what makes it even bigger because that's our main rivals, our historic rivals. And it's nothing better to watch with fans than Boston Celtics against the Los Angeles Lakers. But not only that, guys, but before the game, the LA Lakers have made it official that they will hang up the banner, the 17th championship banner, and we've been waiting a long time, guys.
Oh yeah,
Let's go.
Too long. It's been over a year now. We have not seen any fans at our stadium so far. I'm already looking into how do I buy my tickets for the Laker games now. I'm so excited. I really want to go buy my tickets. I want to go to a game already. I don't care if I have to spend an arm and a leg on it, but I'm just so excited to see fans back in the stadium as well and watching the games and just hearing our fans supporting us, cheering us on. And hopefully that helps us win more home games too, having that energy back. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I feel like that just adds, again, to the fuel of the fire of this Laker team. Also, you know what's funny is my dad and I actually were talking about it, and they said how cool, I mean, hypothetically speaking right now, at the way that we see things with it, is how cool would that be is Lakers play that night, fans are in the building, and LeBron returns that game. And Anthony Davis. I don't know how much more excitement you can add, but I mean that's the cherry on top right there. Having those two guys, having the fans back, LeBron's looking at that now saying, I want to target around that week to be able to come back, get my conditioning back. Even if he's still getting his legs under him, it'd be just great to see them on the court. And him and AD, obviously we know AD, there should be another update soon about him. He's getting his conditioning right and his body right so he can start advancing himself to get on the court sooner. But let's get into tonight's game. Sacramento, we get to visit. They are 22-26 right now. They are actually on a roll right now. They've won 6 straight home games in their building. Lakers obviously 30-18. They lost the last game pretty handily to the Milwaukee Bucks. Obviously the biggest question right now is how is Drummond feeling? Obviously we know he injured himself. It basically looks like he just lost the toenail. And it's just sore, and he's just kind of icing it and taking care of it. I don't think it's anything worried about. Obviously, he didn't seem really worried too much for it. And the best thing we could look forward to is seeing him in the next game, possibly.
Yeah, exactly. It was just a toenail. He said that he lost or something, so it shouldn't be that serious. I don't think he's playing tonight, from what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
He didn't make the trip to Sacramento, but next game I feel like he'll play against the Clippers because obviously it's a big rivalry game. It's live on ABC. It's on Easter Sunday, so you know it's going to be a big, big game. So he's not going to miss that. And plus, it is kind of a home game on Sunday because we're back at the Staples Center, but it's also kind of a road game as well. So I don't see why he wouldn't play on Sunday. But tonight I understand. He's like, you know what? I lost a toenail. I'll take a night off, and then Sunday afternoon, it's time to beat the Clippers.
Yeah. You know, obviously, I mean, go ahead, Medina.
It just sucked to see that his very first game with us, he had to go out like that. I know, Aaron, you had such a good game going predicted for him. I know you wanted him to drop 30 that night, and he was playing pretty well for the most part. I mean, he wasn't doing a bad job, but it sucks that he had to get injured. He had to sit out. Sucks that he has to sit out tonight, but hopefully, like Manny said, he comes back on Sunday and we have him to play against the Clippers. I don't see why not. So let's just hope for the best at this point because the Lakers just keep getting cursed with one injury after another, and we're tired of it. So
yeah, we are definitely tired of just the injuries that keep piling up. Obviously, it's frustrating to a fan's perspective, you know, and honestly around the league as well. You know, it's been our year, unfortunately, for injuries right now, and you know, like many people have been saying, is look, the Lakers would rather be dealing with this right this second than dealing with it later on in next month from now, because obviously right now this is when we want LeBron and Davis to heal up. And Drummond, I mean, just, you know, get your toe fine and be back out on the court, but obviously to gather up some wins, keep yourself primarily around the same spot we are in the Western Conference. I don't really see us going too far at all. I see us pretty much staying where we are, which is fine. That's not a big deal to me. You know, the most important thing is really just getting healthy for the playoffs, and that's when LeBron and AD are going to have the most minutes. And I think, you know, having this time off, you know, is a good thing and a bad thing. I mean, it gets you a little rusty, but I definitely will see them with LeBron with a revenge, and so will Davis.
It is very rusty, I agree, but like you said, it's better it happens now because as fans, we don't want this happening in the playoffs, because if it happens in the playoffs, it's not very good. And also, I'm also very, very happy that the team is starting to learn how to play without LeBron and AD, because they've been out for quite a while now. So it's good because it shows that let's just say they come back in April, like at end of April, early May, and Vogel decides to loan manage LeBron and AD because we already, for example, clinched the playoff spot. That's very, very good in my opinion, because it shows that we learned how to play without them, because we had some wins without them. So that's a big plus, and it shows guys like Harrell can step in when they're not there. Kuzma can step in. THT can step in, and I'm very, very happy that it shows that we know how to play without them, even though some losses have been worse than others, and some wins have been very good as well.
yeah, I definitely agree with you there, Manny. And I feel like most importantly, the team has definitely learned how to play without LeBron and AD. There's definitely more of a connection between all these players when they're passing the ball to each other or driving it in. I saw that with Montrez and Schroeder. It's like they learned how to, just pass the ball and when to do it. It's like they have that connection. Usually you see it more coming from LeBron or AD, but this time the bench players are stepping it up while they're sitting out. So it's nice to see them playing together, learning, what moves to make, and just having that chemistry between all of them, because it's really important to have, and it's important for them to learn to have that in case, God forbid, I don't want to put it out there, we have another injury that we have to deal with. And I feel like it's good practice for them too, it's good practice without LeBron and AD for this team to come together and just straighten themselves and just learn to play together without their star players. I mean, it sucks. It sucks to see that happen, but I think it's also, it's like Aaron said, it's a good and a bad thing.
Yeah. It is obviously I can't wait to see this team healthy. That's gonna be the exciting part. Also, shout out to Erod as well. Thanks for coming by, bro. We always appreciate you in the comments. Keep on with the questions. Keep on with the comments. We appreciate them. So let's get into Sacramento here. They're a little banged up as well. They have Marvin Bagley out and Hassan Whiteside out, so their center's out, and one of their other forwards are out. But they have a star, a point guard star here, in De'Aaron Fox, and he has been playing some great ball. I mean, 25 points a game. His field goal percentage is terrific. He's shooting great from the free throw line. He is right now, like, I consider him and a few other guys that are younger around the league. Those are the faces of the league right there. Those are the guys that are gonna be the LeBron and the Currys of the future right here. They have good pieces to this team.
I consider De'Aaron Fox in my opinion, as one of the most, if not the most underrated player in basketball. The media doesn't talk about him really much because he plays in Sacramento, he plays in a small market, and I feel bad for guys like that because they're very talented, but because they don't have the media outreach that like a New York or LA of the world or a Chicago or Miami of the world has. But like guys like De'Aaron Fox are super underrated. Let me say something about De'Aaron Fox. He's averaging 25 points, 3 rebounds, 7 assists, and he's 31st also in the NBA in PER. So that's what's insane about him. He's able to drive to the lane. He's able to shoot threes. His free throw percentage as well, Aaron, like you mentioned, is amazing. We got to really shut him down in a way, but I won't hold you to it because we don't have LeBron AD, so it's going to be a tough one. But if anything, we should really have like Alex Caruso guard him because Alex Caruso plays good defense, and I feel like he can really beat up Fox if he actually tries to, because we all know Fox is a menace on offense and defense.
Yeah, one thing the Lakers really have to keep up with tonight is just playing their defense. If we have any chance of winning this game tonight, defense, because I feel like that's what we lacked last game. We start playing lazy, we start getting slow. I don't know what's wrong with that. I don't have high expectations for this game tonight. I think I put all of those expectations into the Bucks game the other night. But I'm just trying to keep my expectations low, and I just hope they have a good game, and I hope the best comes out of it.
Yeah, I mean, honestly though, like Vince and Erod were saying, obviously, Lakers really got to attack the paint as well. I mean, Lakers. I feel like this is kind of on repeat, and it's been on repeat for a while, guys.
Yep.
That we're always talking about them getting into the paint. Stop shooting the three. I mean, I get it. Here's the thing, you could get, and it's like some of these guys forget. If you want to get a 3-point basket, get it the old school way. Just go to the basket, attack the rim, get the and one. There's your 3 points, and you have a 3-point play to make your free throw. And it makes you have to shoot free throws too, because our team, obviously, Lakers haven't been the best shooting free throw team this year. We've been dealing with a lot of issues, just guys just not making it. Obviously, Davis as well, just looking a little not like himself, un-AD like, as we would say, with his free throws this year, and especially LeBron. But this is, this just kind of the basketball that I want to see them play. They don't have, with this team tonight, they should be able to go attack the paint. Theoretically, the Kings like to shoot threes. They've been shooting lights out from behind the perimeter. I could expect there'd be, honestly, Lakers probably going to try and play some zone to stop them from shooting three, maybe spread the floor a little bit. But ideally, you're going to see Marc Gasol in there. It's going to look a little like it's been before Drummond joined the show, but I feel like the Lakers definitely have a chance. As long as we just tighten up our defense, I think we'll be all right.
Yeah, exactly. And also another thing I think is going to be pretty easy is driving to the lane, because without a guy like Marvin Bagley playing, that's a huge advantage for us because, yes, I know there's like Rashawn Holmes, that's no slouch either, in my opinion. But without Marvin Bagley, it's easier to drive to the lane. It's also going to be easy for Marc Gasol to set some screens for guys to just run and yam it in the paint. And I just feel like it's going to be a bit of an easier game than Milwaukee. I don't know if we're going to win because it's going to be hard without our main guys, but it's going to be an easier game in Milwaukee because we don't have to deal with a guy like Giannis that's like a freak, like 7 feet tall. But for shooting, we need to really guard the three because, like you said, Aaron, they like to shoot threes, the Kings. The Aaron Fox, Buddy Hield, guys like that just love to shoot. And if we don't guard the three, it could be trouble.
Yeah, and that doesn't mean that we go in competition with them and we start shooting our own 3-pointers because I feel like that's what the Lakers love to do. They love to show up the other team and then we just start missing. I know that we were pretty hot in the first couple of quarters with our 3-point shooting, but after that, it's like when you start missing and you start going cold, and sorry, against the Bucks, the game the other night I'm talking about, when you start going cold, that's when you would think, yeah, I should probably start driving it in. I should probably start getting fouled. I should probably start taking like jump shots, 2-pointers instead of 3-pointers. And that's something that I noticed Drummond doing when he was still playing. Like he was driving the ball in, he was taking those shots, and he wasn't standing by the 3-point line trying to make every shot go in. Like I feel like that's going to be key when he comes back. That we're going to start like being more aggressive in the paint. I feel like the Lakers just kind of need that guy to just bring them in to that zone and start dunking it, start getting fouls, start just making some shots that are not from the 3-point line when we're cold. It's just something we need to stop doing.
Oh yeah. Our three, the Lakers, let's get into a little bit. The Lakers 3-point struggles. I mean, they're shooting their 3-point percentage has been far from expected. I mean, they had the pieces they needed to get, and it was frustrating for us with the game, as well with our with how bad we've been shooting the ball, and it's frustrating as a fan. It's frustrating. I'm sure it's frustrating for an NBA player as well because I mean, look, the way I see it is still the 3-point shot is the lowest percentage shot in the league. I don't care what people are saying. I don't care how great you shoot it. You could be like Curry and shoot like 60% the whole game because he's unhuman-like, it still amazes me how he gets some of his baskets up. But get the old-fashioned way here. You want if you're frustrated with your threes not falling, go to the basket, attack the rim, get fouled, get the and one, and shoot the free throw. There's your 3 points. Get your 3 points the other way. Stop shooting. Stop attempting the same back-to-back threes. If they're not falling, you have to adjust your game on the fly. And I feel like, guys, what do you think? I feel like Lakers need to do a better job at adjusting that. They're really slow at it. When they finally do start to adjust it is when the other team takes full advantage of that because they see the Lakers are frustrated. They're not getting back on the defensive end. And then that team's going to chuck up a 3 and they're making it. Then you're seeing the whole team just kind of get brought down and they're still attempting it.
Oh, absolutely. And I feel like it's it's a recurring theme we keep talking about with the 3-pointers. We always take way too many. We're not consistent with them, but let me talk a bit about last game's 3-point shots because I didn't talk about it. I was dealing with Wi-Fi issues, but I'm looking at Kuzma's stats actually, you guys. Did he really take 9 threes and only make 1? Oh my god, that's horrible. Kuzma, stop shooting the damn threes, man. You got to like stay consistent. Like if you're not making them, go for other things. Go for just like drive to the lane, shoot 2-point shots, go to the line, shoot free throws, like 1 for 9, and then like Wesley Matthews 3 for 7 3-point shots. Like I don't know if like Frank Vogel is trying to turn us into like the Golden State Warriors, but it's not working. We're just like we're just another basketball team. We're not a team that just shoots many threes. We're more of a team that's relied on defense because Vogel's a defensive coach. He's not really a 3-point coach. He's known for his defense. He's known for his rebounding. Like, I don't know what is going on with the threes, but that's just the primary reason why we've been losing quite a few games, because we take way too many, and the defense has been absent without AD, obviously.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think Markieff Morris was the only one that was hot with his 3-pointers that night. I mean, we were making them at first, but like I said,
Yep.
we eventually went cold. And that's when we needed to stop the 3-point shooting. But for some reason, Lakers always panic and feel the need to shoot more instead of doing the opposite. But I mean, also KCP, he let me down too the other night. I had so much faith in him. I had so much faith in him. Me and Aaron were talking about it, and I'm like, you know
Yeah.
what? KCP's back. KCP is out of his little whatever he was going through, and he's been playing good. But I don't know. He's just been inconsistent, and I want to see more from him because he has more in him. He has the potential to be a really. I mean, he doesn't always have to shoot 3-pointers. I know he makes them from the corner. That's a special spot, but he can also drive it in too if he's not making his shots. I don't understand what the problem is there. I hope I see better from him tonight too.
Oh yeah, I mean, obviously, not to get you guys even frustrated. I just looked up the whole stat of the Milwaukee game. When you go 10 for 36 from 3, you got there's something
Oh, Lord.
that you need to adjust. I mean, you cannot shoot. You cannot shoot that
10
bad
for
from
30.
3. 10 for 36. You shoot 36 attempts from 3 a game. And you only got 10 of them to fall. There's this is what I mean. Like, Frank Vogel, a defensive minded coach, has to realize I'm not the Warriors. I'm not Brooklyn.
Exactly.
I'm not these teams that want to play a 3-point style offense. That's not going to win you the game. And a defense and if you look back at Vogel's past, the teams that he had Indiana on did not win by 3-pointers. They won some shots by 3. They won everything inside. Jumpers, going to the basket, getting free throws, getting fouled at the line. Get back to his style in Indiana, which was more of a inside out basketball. Stop playing outside in. Get inside out. Move the ball. Don't take the 2-pointer. There's nothing wrong with taking a jumper. You work on your game. Kuzma works on his game. Everybody's been working on their game. I feel like we're just the 3-point shots are not falling with us this year. We have to adjust. It starts tonight. I guarantee you LeBron was furious, and the whole team was probably furious when they saw their stats, because I'm sure they saw it. And look, like we were talking about in the beginning of the show, if they're not falling, stop shooting. Just stop shooting that basket.
Yep.
Get inside the paint. There's nothing wrong with that. No one's going to get mad at you for taking jumpers your whole game, and then all of a sudden your field goal percentage for the game is like 50% because you're shooting inside instead of outside.
Absolutely. I agree with 1,000% what you just said, because I like that you brought that up, Aaron, with Vogel's other teams, especially Indiana. When they were playing teams like the Miami Heat in the conference finals like the past 2 years, they didn't rely too much on threes. Yeah, I know Paul George would shoot a bunch. That was before Paul George was actually consistent in the playoffs. But guys like George Hill, guys like David West, they were constantly driving to the lane, getting fouled, getting quick buckets from the line. That's basically how their system is. I don't know what's going on with Vogel. Maybe it's with Jason Kidd and Lionel Hollins. Maybe like he has those two in his ear saying okay, run some 3-point plays. But I get the Lakers are trying to work this out, and it hasn't been working out all year. But other teams, it's going good for other teams for the threes, but we're not a 3-point shooting team, so it's clearly not working. We need to try something else. Drive to the lane, get fouled, get a quick bucket from there, drive to the lane, and leave it at that. I don't know what is going on. Like, I was shocked, Aaron, when you said 10 for 37. I think my jaw just dropped. I freaked out. I was like, I'm not very happy at that stat line, but knock on wood that we fix it. I won't hold you to it.
Yeah, well, hopefully we learn from those mistakes and we play better tonight, and the team is just like, okay, we're not a 3-point shooting team. We can obviously see that from our game from the other night. So let's drive it in. Let's do what we can to get this W. I mean, you guys have pretty much covered it all. There's not much more I can say on the 3-point shooting topic, but it's a reoccurring theme. I wish we didn't have to keep talking about this every pregame, but we do. And it's just a problem that the Lakers need to solve, and something that, like Aaron and you and Manny were both saying, we're not a 3-point shooting team. We're not the Warriors. We're not Portland. We're not the Nets. We're the Lakers. We're known for our defense. We're known for our aggressiveness. So why not just take it into the paint? Simple as that. So hopefully we do that tonight.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's frustrating, but let's see what happens. It's a new game. Lakers have had it before. They've had a night. I think it was I believe it was this year or so. They've had a night where they shot lights out and they shot like 60% from 3, and it was just like, are you kidding me? Like, this team, we can't miss. But then, just like it is with any other team, you're gonna get hot and you're gonna make all these threes, and then all of a sudden you go ice cold to start the second half, and that's been the Lakers' burner. Obviously, second half, how they've been handling their game plans for the second half, and it's been frustrating. And we gotta hope this team can turn around today. They're a very beatable team. Let's get into keys of the game tonight. Manny, what you got for us tonight?
My keys to the game are gonna be defend the 3, and the reason why I say that is because they got a lot of snipers on their team. One of them being De'Aaron Fox, another one being a guy named Buddy Hield that was part of a trade with a former Laker. He doesn't play with us right now. He plays on the other LA team, DeMarcus Cousins. And trust me, if we don't D up those guys from the 3-point line, it could get disgusting, because Buddy Hield is one of the best 3-point shooters in the league, and De'Aaron Fox is no slouch either in that stat line. So we have to have guys like Alex Caruso. We have to have guys like Kyle Kuzma. I'm sorry for Kuzma that I got in him like that, but that was not a good stat line, 1 for 9 from 3, but it might be better. And also, guys like THT have to be on those guys as well, because THT too is people don't talk about this about THT often, but his defense is actually not that bad from what I've seen. So if he could actually D up guys like De'Aaron Fox and Buddy Hield as well from the 3-point line, I'll take it.
Yeah. Well, with that being said as well, I think the Lakers just need to play better defense tonight. And also, I think it speaks for itself when I say this, because we've been talking about this all night. Just drive the ball into the basket. Just drive it in. That's all we need to do. Guard the 3-point line, play better defense, and just drive the ball in. That's my keys to the game. Simple as that. And we'll win, hopefully.
I think tonight we're all going with the same keys to the game tonight. I think it's pretty fair, and it is what it is. And Lakers gotta improve this. Obviously, let's get into the players to watch tonight. It's a next man up mentality. That's what they've been using. So, Manny, who's your guy tonight?
My guy tonight.
I think I know who it is.
Yeah, I haven't gone with my boy Montrezl Harrell in the last 2-3 games, but tonight, guys, tonight is bully ball. He is gonna feast in the paint without guys like Marvin Bagley, because yes, Richaun Holmes is good, but if you noticed, Richaun Holmes and Montrezl Harrell are kind of like the same size. Montrezl Harrell is a little more physical, but they're both the same height, so I feel like that's going to be a very good battle. And I feel like Montrezl Harrell is just going to feast in the paint just because he doesn't have to worry about a much taller Marvin Bagley. So I have Montrezl Harrell going for, I would say a 25-11 game. And I feel like, guys, another prediction out there. Get ready for this. I'm going to go with 4 blocks. Because I feel like he's really going to be some defensive and offensive presence in the paint.
For a second there, Manny, I thought you were going to say your second player was going to be Gasol. You kind of had me going there for a second. I was like,
I thought he was going to take another player too. I'm like, man, he just take the whole team.
Well, I was going to go with Montrez, but now that Manny's back, that's his boy right there. So
yeah,
I'm going to let him have him. I'm going to go with Kuzma tonight. I feel like whenever Kuzma has a terrible game, he steps it back up the next game. So hopefully he learned from his mistakes. He doesn't keep shooting 3-pointers unless if he's on a hot streak. That's a different story. But I'm going to have some faith in Kuzma tonight. I'm going to say he's going to have an 18 to 20-point game with 10 rebounds. Because Kuzma's great with his rebounds. So I have faith in him tonight. And if not, then I'm going to blame the blonde hair for the lack of what he's been doing lately.
For reals. I think he is the ultimate guy on that whole team that changes his hair more than anybody. I mean, obviously I think, he's hopefully going to go off as well. I'm going to take Medina's pick from the last game. I'm going with KC3.
Oh,
Get some points. Yeah, okay. I got him going. You know what? I got him at least scoring 15 points, 15, 20 points in the game. He's going to have, and possibly at least go 3 for 3 from 3. Gonna get the 3 points going. You're going to take good shots. Don't take a bad 3. That's one of the rules. I even had the opportunity finally to go play basketball, and I just sat there and arced up my shot and had plenty of time and shot it, and it went in, and it's a 3. And I was like, cool. Like, why can't the Lakers take their time and stop rushing your shot? If I believe in Kuzma tonight, I believe in this team. I think we're going to get it done. So that's going to do it for us for Lakers Live pregame show presented by the Ultimate Sports. We are going to do a Around the NBA tonight. So tune in after the game. We're going to talk about everything that happened around the league. We're going to talk about this game tonight from the Lakers and everything else that's going on. Make sure you're following our social media accounts, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, and our Twitter account as well to find out when we go live. From Manny, Medina, and myself, I'm Aaron. Enjoy the game, everybody, and we will catch you later on.
Peace.